Recently, Pope Francis shook things up at an important meeting of Catholic bishops, dropping a bombshell about the arrival of the Antichrist this Christmas. The Holy Bible has hinted at this for centuries, and researchers have their own theories. Of a powerful leader, or maybe even an alien-like being. Why did the Pope suddenly spill the beans? And what does it mean for Christians worldwide? What are the theories and signs defining the arrival of the Antichrist this Christmas? Let's find out in this video. The Antichrist is a big figure in Christian beliefs. It's like the opposite of Christ and considered the ultimate enemy. The idea comes from ancient writings like the Book of Daniel, which talked about a persecutor who would do bad things. Over time, people linked this idea to different rulers who did harm to Christians. Now, Pope Francis, the head of the Catholic Church, recently talked about the Antichrist. He's a respected figure, and he follows traditional Christian teachings. He says the Antichrist is already here, waiting for the right time to show itself. Pope Francis often talks about important things like doing good, taking care of the environment, and being kind. He connects the Antichrist to biblical ideas like the 10 Kings and talks about the end time. Also, he describes the arrival of the Antichrist with different theories, from the Antichrist being a rich person, a religious leader, a political leader, or even someone from the church who turned away from their beliefs. The rich billionaire theory. The rich billionaire Antichrist theory is an idea about what some people think might happen according to the Bible. They believe that the Antichrist will be a super rich person with a lot of money and power. This theory connects certain Bible verses with things that rich people do. Some people who talk about this theory say that the Antichrist will be someone who can charm and influence many people. One Bible verse often mentioned is in the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verses 16 to 8. It talks about a rich billionaire making everyone get a mark on their hand or forehead. People who follow this theory say that this mark is linked to the Antichrist name or number, which is 666. They think this might mean the rich Antichrist will have control over money and trade worldwide. When people discuss the rich billionaire Antichrist theory, they also look at other Bible verses that, when understood in a certain way, seem to fit the idea of a powerful and wealthy Antichrist. Some of these verses suggest that the Antichrist will try to change the way things are done in society using their money and influence. Next comes the political leader and apostate church leader theory, among many. One theory suggests that the Antichrist could be a political leader. In simple words, this means some people believe that a powerful political figure might act against the true teachings of Christianity, pretending to bring people together while actually working against core religious beliefs. Throughout history, various leaders like Pope Innocent, Napoleon Bonaparte, and Adolf Hitler have been considered by some as potential antichrists due to their significant political influence in the problems they cause in the Bible, especially in the book of Daniel. There are visions and prophecies that some connect to the Antichrist. For example, there's talk of an influential leader who rises to power with cunning and destructive abilities. Another theory suggests that the Antichrist could come from within the church as an apostate leader. In simpler terms, this means someone who once believed in Christian teachings, but turned away from them. Jesus himself warned about false prophets who pretend to be good, but are actually harmful. This sets the stage for the idea that a leader from within the church could deceive believers with destructive intention. In the Bible, there are prophecies in the Sermon on the Mount and the Olivet Discourse, where Jesus talks about false prophets rising and leading many astray, aligning with the concept of an antichrist from within the church. The Apostle Peter also warned about false prophets and teachers secretly bringing destructive teachings, denying the true Lord. These warnings contribute to the theory that the Antichrist might emerge as an apostate church leader before becoming a powerful political figure. Alien deception theory. Some people think the Antichrist might not look human, but like. It's a wild idea that mixes science fiction with the Bible. Imagine this. The Antichrist uses alien technology to trick everyone. It's not like the usual alien movies where they wear suits. It's more high-tech. The sneaky alien can look and act like a human, blending in perfectly. It goes to parties, gets involved in politics, and even does charity work, all while pretending to be one of us. But this alien has mind control powers and can manipulate events globally. Leaders, celebrities, and influential people might unknowingly follow this alien's lead. It's a cosmic trick where the Antichrist poses a spiritual guide, offering a different way to salvation. This deception clashes with real faith, creating confusion about what's good and bad. It's a mind-bending idea that makes us question who we are and what's real. With that comes other theories, the religious leader theory and Roman Empire theory. So this idea about the Antichrist is that they could be a religious leader. This means some people believe the Antichrist might come as a person who leads people spiritually, but goes against the true teachings of Christianity. In the Bible, in 2 Thessalonians 3:4, the Apostle Paul talks about a man who goes against God and exalts himself above everything. Some think this refers to the Antichrist, a religious leader with sinful tendencies. In another part of the Bible, in 1 John chapter 2, verses 18 to 22, there's a warning about Antichrist who deny Jesus as the Christ while not directly pointing to one person. These verses contribute to the idea of the Antichrist being a charming figure leading people away from traditional Christian beliefs. Another theory suggests the Antichrist might come from rebuilding the Roman Empire. This idea doesn't come directly from the Bible, but from looking at history and culture. People think that a powerful leader, identified as the Antichrist, could emerge to restore a kind of global power similar to the Roman Empire. The thought is that this leader might use political alliances, economic influence, and even technology to create a global empire, similar to how the Roman Empire had vast influence in the past. This theory emphasizes the importance of political strategy, economic control, and the ability to navigate complex international relations in the Antichrist's plans to rebuild a modern Roman-like empire. And lastly, the spirit of the Antichrist theory. There's a different idea about the Antichrist that's not about one person, but more about a sneaky force opposing Christian beliefs. This theory suggests that this spirit is all around us, influencing ideas and actions that go against what Christianity teaches. It's not tied to a single person, but can show up in movements or behaviors that don't align with Christian values. This spirit might include ideologies that dismiss religion or moral views that clash with Christian ethics. People use this idea to explain cultural changes or political movements that don't support traditional Christian beliefs. But some argue it's too broad and to label anything against Christian values as part of this spirit. It's a way to look at the world and identify things that might be against Christian teachings. But it's not always clear-cut or easy to figure out. Besides these theories, some signs indicate the Antichrist is here and will appear by Christmas. One such sign is the destabilization of nations. The world is going through a tough time right now. Things aren't very stable. Countries are facing big problems. Economies are struggling and stores are shutting down. This kind of chaos is what the Bible talks about when it mentions the time before the Antichrist comes. People are looking for answers and leaders to fix things. But the Antichrist might use this chaos to offer false hope and make things worse. Another is natural disasters. The Bible says that before the end of time, there will be more and more natural disasters like earthquakes and disease. We're seeing more of these disasters today, which might mean we're getting closer to that time. And lastly, wars and rumors of wars. The Bible also talks about wars and country tension as a sign of what's to come. Conflicts and tensions in different parts of the world are causing much trouble. The Antichrist might use this chaos to his advantage, offering false solutions to worsen things. The Bible warns us about all these signs. While things might seem scary, it's crucial to stay true to the teachings of the Bible and keep our faith strong, even when everything around us is uncertain. We can find peace knowing that God is in control and that our hope is in Jesus Christ, not worldly leaders. Pastor Hibsams emphasizes that what the Bible talks about isn't just a story, it's real. These signs are all in the Bible and we need to pay attention to them. So while the world might seem shaky, our faith in God gives us strength and guidance in these uncertain times. What do you think of the Pope's theory and signs about the arrival of the Antichrist this Christmas? Comment below and subscribe for more.